as the restaurateur and the owner and the chef, and this whole thing is your baby. How does that compare to in your mind, in your experience of it, to the dining and the cuisine and the food preparation and everything that goes into that versus the culture that you kind of have in the restaurant? Which of those two things are they equally fulfilling? Does one kind of create the other for you, or are both of those things part of the experience?
Yeah, I think it's both of those things are part of the experience. I think, but one does feed off the other, right? I mean, I love being involved on the floor. I love being involved in the dining room. I love being involved on the line in the kitchen. I can only be one place at a time, and that's why I have to have a great team around me to make sure that they believe in the concept and believe in my vision and are smart enough and educated enough to carry it through. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that building a culture at Counter that like we've done helps motivate me, helps motivate the team. We don't have a lot of turnover. We go through the same things that most other restaurants go through, but man, we've got a core team that is rock solid. Mm-hmm. It's hard to build on that core team these days, but that core team is rock solid. And whether it's culinary, front of the house, on the door, on the floor, and on the line, in the prep area, on the management team, I've got one of the best management teams, I like to say, in the industry. And a lot of that is because they care, and it's passion. And yes, they care about what happened there, and they care about what we're doing now to preserve that history. They also care about me and my vision, and they care about our staff and their well-being. And I like to say, or I don't like to say, but I mean, the history there at Counter and what happened at the Counter is held hostage by the success or the failure of what the business is there. Mm-hmm. And so I've got currently, we just hired 2 more. I've got 46 employees at Counter, and that's kind of a lot in Rock Hill, I think. Yeah. I mean, for a restaurant that has 72 seats and 6 outside, so 78 seats. We got a lot of people that count on me to do my job and to be passionate and to keep growing and to keep learning and to keep putting out fun and funky things and pushing the boundaries on what we're doing.
And honestly, I mean, as you're telling me all this, I'm like, there's so many people who are good at a thing, whether it's a professional, whether it's a chef, whether it's a doctor, a lawyer, or a plumber. You can be a fantastic doctor or a fantastic plumber or whatever the case may be, but that doesn't mean you're also a good business person.
Sure.
And in most instances, those two things are just not in the same human. So for you, I mean, you mentioned getting into restaurants when you were 12 years old. When did the business side kick in?
I think the business side probably kicked in when, I don't know. I think when people were just handing me big checks to do stuff for other people.
You're like, what can we do with this?
They were handing me really big checks for me to literally hand over to somebody else. And I was like, man, what do we, but then that entity, and whatever happened to the money after that, I don't know. But I think I started saying, okay, we could allocate this, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. And those things weren't happening. And so that's when I said, hey, I should just try my hand at doing this myself. I think that's when the business sense kicked in. But again, I've got to give credit to my team too, because you're right. I mean, there's sometimes that I need to wear my chef hat a lot more than I need to wear my owner hat. Or there's a lot of times I need to wear my owner hat more than my chef hat or my event planner hat or whatever. So my team is very diverse. And listen, I've been working with my CPAs are great. I mean, you can't do this. It's expensive to do business. I mean, I don't think I need to tell you in this country. It's wonderful that we're able to do business for ourselves in this country, but if you do it right, it's expensive. So I have to have good people that make sure that, everybody's getting paid. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a full time. You never know. My days are crazy. My calendar is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That is right. You have to surround yourself with good people.